Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. So today I'm going to show you how I got this look using a lot of affordable products. I use some Colourpop and Drugstore products as well. So if you guys want to learn how to get this look, then just keep watching. So I bought a couple new things today from the drugstore. First thing I want to try out is this new L'Oreal Brow Stylist brow pencil. Looks like this. This was kind of expensive. Like, this was $11. I don't know. I feel like that's expensive for the drugstore. It looks like the brow definer by Anastasia, so that's... or not. I thought it did. It's similar to it. So, the L'Oreal looks like this. It's a little bit thicker than an average, like, brow pencil. But they didn't really have, like, a lot of color selections. I only saw like blonde and brunette. That was it. So yeah. I don't even know if this color is gonna match me, but I just want to try something else out. I've never tried a brow pencil from the drugstore like ever. So I'm excited. So I filled in both brows. The color I feel like is okay. I don't know, I really like it though. Like, it was really creamy, it wasn't hard to, you know, run through my brows or anything like that. Didn't get stuck or like do anything weird. Really easy to apply, really creamy. So far so good. I wonder how long it lasts. Like, hopefully it doesn't rub off throughout the day or anything like that. But I don't know, it looks pretty good. Alright, so now I'm gonna try the Yes Please palette by Colourpop. I'm so excited to try this out. I've been eyeing this palette for a while because it's so affordable and the colors are beautiful. This is what the packaging looks like. The only thing I wish this had was a mirror. Like, it sucks that it has no mirror. The shadows are so pretty. This is what it looks like. The shadows are so much smaller than what it looks like on Instagram and on their page. Like, the pans look a little bit bigger. They're like tiny. I'm gonna show you what, because I have some of their pressed powders and I'll show you the difference. This shade, for example, compared to, oh, it's magnetic, to the size. It's probably not that much bigger, but I thought that it would be the same size. You see what I mean? Smaller. First, I'm gonna take this yellow shade right here. So I'm gonna take that yellow shade and kind of just buff that with the fluffy brush all in my crease. There's not a lot of fallout with these shades, which is nice. Let's see if they're pigmented though. By the way, this palette is only $16, which is a really good price. Because I was in the drugstore and L'Oreal had a palette for $20. I'm like, $20? That's ridiculous. Like, for drugstore? Like, the fact that you can get Colourpop for cheaper is crazy. So that shade wasn't too bad. Now I think I'm gonna take like this orangey shade right here. Just bring that shade a little bit lower with this tapered brush. A lot of these new palettes that have been coming out have been warm tones, which I'm not mad at. They're really pretty, but do you need all of them? No. but if you're a freaking makeup junkie like I am, like, it's ridiculous how much makeup I buy. Like, I need help. But I swear they're all different. Alright, so that shade is really pretty, but we did lose some of that yellow shade. So I'm just gonna go back in with that fluffy brush and just blend out those edges. Then I'm gonna take like this burgundy shade right here and bring that in a little bit lower. Kind of bring that in the outer V and a little bit in the crease. Kind of want to bring that in the center of my lid as well. Just like buff that in. All the way to the center, leaving kind of like this inner part open. Just kind of want to bring it in. Alright, so then I'm going to just take that dark brown shade. And just strictly keep that in the outer V. So far, these, I'm gonna bring a little bit in the crease. These shadows are blending really nice. They're really creamy, easy to blend, pigmented as well. So I'm gonna take this like orangey shade on top of my lid. It's very shimmery and pretty. I'm not gonna wet it first. I wanna see what it looks like without it being wet. We're not putting that all over our lid, we're just putting it where it's bare. And yeah, that shade definitely needs to be wet. Okay, yes. So much better wet. I just want to keep it in the inner corner though. So I think I want to add that like gold shade just to see what it does. Not everywhere, but like kind of in the inner corner. That gold is gorgeous. Just in the inner. Then I'm just gonna take that matte cream shade and highlight my brow bone. Oh, this is kind of super white. Blend that out. Okay, so instead of taking eyeliner, what I'm gonna do is take that dark brown shade in the palette, and with a flat diviner brush like this, I'm just gonna go over my eyelid where I would put eyeliner, just to give it a little bit more depth. So I'm gonna apply my favorite Ardell Double Up Wispies and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I applied my lashes, I applied a primer as well. I didn't really have a good drugstore primer, so I just used anything. So for foundation today, I'm going to use the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I've used this in the past and I really do like it. It is thicker consistency, it's full coverage, so if you like full coverage, I think you'll like this. But it is really thick, so sometimes I like to like add some oils into it just to thin out the foundation, but I really do like this. So I'm just going to apply that. Okay, so I look extra shiny because I put an oil with that foundation, but once I add powder, I'm not gonna look this shiny. But I'm really excited to try the new Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I've heard really good things about this concealer, so I'm really excited to try this out. The applicator just looks like this. So this shade is medium 30. I just want to see what it looks like once I set it, but so far so good. This concealer is like more my shade, like my actual skin tone, so it's not like super bright, which I kind of like. So I went to CVS today and I wanted to try the banana loose powder by NYX, but they didn't have it, so I got the Rimmel Stay Matte Press translucent powder instead. And like, this is like super old, like this has been out for so long, and I've only heard really good reviews about it, so I wanted to try it for the first time. You guys probably already tried this is like super old, but I just want to try it. And I'm just putting this where I put my concealer and my T-zone where I get oily. And you can definitely see the difference. Like, my face is super glowy on this side and it's matte on this side. So that really worked. So yeah, that powder looks really beautiful on the skin. Looks very airbrush, but I just want to see how long it lasts, you know? Alright, so with this BH Cosmetics blush palette, it has like a bronzer in it, and I used to love this bronzer. So I'm just gonna use this. This whole palette costs about like 12 bucks, so it's really cheap. Alright, and then with this contouring palette from Wet n Wild, I'm just going to contour my cheeks. Alright, with this bronzy orangey shade, I'm going to add that to my cheekbones, add some blush. So I'm going to go back in with that dark brown shade in the eyeshadow palette and just put that in my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take that orange shade in the palette and just blend that out. So I'm going to take this Colourpop highlighter and apply these to my cheeks. It's in the shade Wisp. And they're like a moussey texture. It's definitely better to apply them with your finger than a brush. Every time I put this highlighter on, I want to just like dig my finger in it. It's so weird. I'm going to take this Milani lip liner in Nude. I'm going to take this Maybelline lipstick in Touchable Taupe. Then I'm going to lighten it up with this Colourpop gloss. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I really liked how it came out. The shadows are pigmented for the price. It's not like the most pigmented shadows that I've ever used, obviously. Not like the Morphe palette, but it's really pigmented for, you know, $16 and for the shadows that you get. I really do like the shades. It's really pretty. I will be using this palette again. The shadows were easy to blend. It was really easy to use. I do recommend it for like someone who's just getting into makeup or just a makeup lover in general, because the shades are so easy to blend with and work with. I think like this would be really good. The mattes worked really well. The shimmers definitely needed to be sprayed with some Fix Plus or any setting spray that you might have, just so they're a little bit more pigmented on the eyes. But overall, I really do like this palette. For the eyebrow pencil, I really was surprised by how well this worked. Am I going to be using it over my Anastasia? Probably not. It is really good though for it being drugstore. I just wonder after using it for a long time how the shape is gonna, change. But overall, it is a really nice brow pencil. It's really creamy and easy to use. Now, for the concealer, I don't know if you guys can see, but it is creasing a little bit. I don't know if it's the powder that I use or it's just the actual concealer. I'm definitely going to use that concealer with the Laura Mercier translucent powder the next time I use it to see how it works good with that. The powder looked really beautiful on top of everything. Like, it looks really flawless. But back to the concealer. It is like light to medium coverage, definitely not full coverage. But it is a nice concealer. Like, it's a good everyday concealer. It did cover. I didn't do my color correcting concealer first, so I'm thinking maybe that's why, not as full coverage. I mean, obviously. Alright, so all the products that I used today worked really well, which is exciting. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.